Today on Time About the Movies, we're wrapping October off with a new Jackass movie. Johnny Knoxville stars as Bad Grandpa. We also have Ridley Scott bringing another Cormac McCarthy novel to life on the big screen. This one certainly didn't have the success of No Country for Old Men for the Coen brothers. This is The Counselor. And then we have one of the more controversial movies of the year, Blue is the Warmest Color. October 25th, 2013. This is Time About the Movies.
Where are we going?
Keep going straight. You're getting tired?
Yeah. We shouldn't drink so much. Are we gonna get in trouble for this?
They won't notice a thing. That's how it looks most of the time anyway. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm taking you to your dad so he can look after you. Come on, let's have some fun.
You're gonna fix that penguin, bro.
Nope.
Grandpa, this thing doesn't work.
Oh, God. Nothing. Oh! Oh! Oh!
I'm hungry.
Follow my lead.
Okay, Grandpa?
Well, they're gonna take that child away from you.
I'm sorry.
You are sorry. You're sorry as hell.
You're very pretty when you're
pissing
mad.
me off.
Thank you for being here today.
What's your stripper stage name?
I look like a stripper?
I'll just call you Cinnamon.
Want to have some fun?
Yeah.
You're a pretty little girl, got it?
One of these girls and their grandpa.
Is that weird? We've just never seen it, so it's different.
Oh. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt. I'm 86 years old. Don't hurt. Swing it.
Man, give that kid a lot of credit for going for that. I mean, this kid, Jackson Nicole, I mean, I got to give him a lot of props for that because he probably got beat up. He probably got beat up for that in school after this movie came out. But, hey, I like the fact that he just went in on it and went for it. Maybe he didn't get beat up for it, but, hey, anybody who has the balls to do something like that when you is at that age, kudos, man. I give you a lot of credit for that. But welcome to Time About the Movies. We are taking a look at the films of October 25th, 2013, 3 of them to be exact. And the biggest of the 3 new releases is, of course, Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa. Johnny Knoxville reprises his Jackass role as 86-year-old Irving Zisman, and it's the story of a crotchety old man unexpectedly saddled with the care of his 8-year-old grandson, Billy, played, as I said, by Jackson Nicole. The two generations of troublemakers soon develop a bond as they hustle their way across the heartland of America on an outrageous road trip with a whole lot of hijinks and pranks on unsuspecting real-life people, all of whom have no idea they were starring in a truly shocking hidden camera comedy. So basically take the idea of that Family Guy episode where Stewie and Peter had to bond, and they bond by beating the shit out of Lois, and add that to the fact that this time it's not Peter, it's an 86-year-old man, and Stewie's an 8-year-old kid, and this time it's not just Lois but everybody else around them. And this movie works where a film like Action Point failed to work, when you mix real stunt work with the Jackass crew, with a film script, and for the most part succeeding very well. The comedy is very funny. The story is nicely done. There are some good heartfelt moments in this, and that beauty pageant scene is just pure comedy gold, man. Like, you thought the Little Miss Sunshine bashing of the beauty pageants little kid beauty pageants was too rough. It's like Jeff Tremaine saw that and said, I like this idea, but I can go ahead and make it even more gonzo insane. And sure enough, what they show you there in that trailer is definitely more insane than it is in the movie itself. And it's a ton of fun. It's hilarious. It's well done. I mean, I got nothing else to say to you about this one here. This is a great movie. It's a fun film overall. I really enjoyed the hell out of it. Also noteworthy, this is actually the only Jackass movie that's ever gotten an Oscar nomination for Best Makeup and Hairstyling. Unfortunately, it lost to, I think, Gravity, but hey, that's something I didn't even think that was possible with a Jackass movie. But lo and behold, hey, these movies do have a good job with the old man makeup overall. So, what more can I say, man? It's about as much fun of a Jackass movie as you could possibly imagine. It's a great movie. It's a great, great film. The next film, not so much. It's Ridley Scott's The Counselor.
I intend to love you until I die.
Me first.
You may think there are things that these people are simply incapable of. They are not. You won't see it coming. The Counselor.
Have you been bad?
Rated R.
Well, I don't know about him, but I know one thing that's bad in this. The whole movie. You have Michael Fassbender as the title character, as well as Penelope Cruz, Cameron Diaz, Javier Bardem, and Brad Pitt, and the extremely violent, bloodthirsty activities of drug cartels are depicted as the counselor, a high-level lawyer, gets involved in a drug deal around the troubled Ciudad Juarez, Mexico-Texas border area. This is Ridley Scott teaming up with Cormac McCarthy, Cormac McCarthy, of course, is the writer of No Country for Old Men. He actually wrote the script for this movie, and I think this is actually an original movie. Maybe it's not an original novel, but certainly is not a good movie. And it's one of those movies where you can see what they were trying to do with it, but it's just all over the place in its ridiculousness. There's too good of a cast in here, kind of wasted on the fact that there's really not a whole lot there in terms of an identity, what they're trying to do story-wise, how sleazy do they want to be. There's literally a scene where Cameron Diaz is, like, on the cusp of having sex with a car with Michael Fassbender inside of it. And why is she doing it? To be like a David Lynch type of movie? I don't know, but it's weird. It feels like it's absolutely unnecessary to be in this movie, and it's just a weird movie that just does not work at all. Like, the actors are trying their best with it, but there's no real sense of a story in this. Everybody's acting like they've been given a specific character training to say, just go with it, and it just didn't work for me. It's a movie where it's just so all over the place. It's trying too hard to be sleazy. It doesn't know what kind of an identity it wants to have overall, and it just doesn't work as a film. It's just a real sloppy mismatch of a movie, but certainly not as bad as some of Ridley Scott's later movies, that's for sure. It just didn't work as a film. It was so much more left on the table that they just pushed off to the side, and yeah, it just didn't work as a whole. So yeah, that's my thoughts on The Counselor. Not a good movie, and like I said, certainly not the worst of what Ridley Scott would bring to the table in the rest of the decade after that, but yeah, not one of his stronger films overall. So with that said, let's go ahead and move on to our last movie that we have here. Certainly a very intriguing movie, to say the least, for a number of different reasons. Blue is the Warmest color.
Talked about film of the year that critics are calling stunning, sexy, passionate. A masterpiece, intensely erotic. It's one of the best movies about love I've ever seen. Blue is the warmest color. In select theaters Friday. Rated NC-17.
I always thought it was just blue is the warmest color, but no, it's the couleur, because it's a French film. But this is a very interesting movie, to say the least, because of A, the subject matter, B, the supposed real sexuality the film offers, and some of the controversies behind the scenes of the film. But you have Léa Seydoux from Midnight in Paris and Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, and Adelaide Exarchopoulos, I think that's right. And it follows Adele, a French teenager who discovers desire and freedom when Emma, an aspiring partner, enters her life. It depicts their sexual relationships from Adele's high school years to early adult life and career as a school teacher. And it's based off of a graphic novel of the same name. Now, this was a movie that had apparently over 800 hours of footage, including extended B-roll footage that the director Abdelafti Kichichi, I think it is, I'm butchering these names, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, they had to trim it down from that to a 3-hour movie, and it actually generated controversy, much of it because of the allegations by the crew and the lead actresses of poor working conditions on set, as well as the film's raw depiction of sexuality. I mean, there was a lot of concerns about the graphic sex in the movie. There was actually fake genitalia used in this movie, but yeah, a lot of people got really, they didn't really know how to feel about this because some people said this is like real lesbian sex in real this is how lesbian sex supposedly is real in real life, but then you have people who are just like, that's going way too far, man. It's just like it was also debated about the scissoring aspect of it. Just like, yeah, there's definitely a lot of question marks about this movie, but I mean, if you're looking for an erotic lesbian drama and you want to see these two girls banging, I mean, here you go. That's the movie for you. And I mean, it's an interesting movie to say the least, but I'm not going to say it's a great movie. I think it's a very flawed film in general in terms of the sexual aspects of it. But I mean, the relationship aspect is really good. The two actresses really make it work overall. Sado and Exarchopoulos, I think, work well as a couple in here. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like this is a great movie by any means necessary. It's a movie. It's a type of movie that, if it's on Cinemax late at night, when Cinemax was the thing, you're going to watch this movie to watch the sex scenes in that. Or if you really want to see the sex scenes, just go and watch the scenes on Celebrity Movie Archive. I mean, these other websites that have all the erotic sexual movie scenes on there, because there's really no reason to watch the film, because the people that are going to watch this movie are going to watch it for the sex scenes. They're not going to watch it for the story in general, which, like I said, the two leading actresses are good in here, but the fact that you're sitting in here for 3 hours, it's too much. Like, it feels way too much overall. A very mixed bag of a movie for me. There's parts of it that I do like, but there's a lot of it that's really stuff that could have easily been cut down to like half the time of this movie in general. I mean, there's no reason a film like this needs to be 3 hours long, in my opinion. So, yeah, very mixed opinion on blue is the warmest color, but I mean, it is a fascinating thing to watch in terms of just to see how you'll feel about it, because some people I think will like it, some people I think will hate it. It's one of those movies where it's a pick your poison type of film. You're going to either love it or you're either going to hate it. Me personally, kind of in the middle, to say the least. So anyway, yeah, that's Blue is the Warmest Color. And thus, with all that said, we wrap up another episode of Time About the Movies, and the next time we meet, we jump into the holiday movie season with 6 big new movies, including Asa Butterfield from Hugo, starring alongside Harrison Ford and Viola Davis in Ender's Game, the story based off of the Isaac Asimov story. We have Robert De Niro, Morgan Freeman, Kevin Kline, and Michael Douglas, starring in the comedy Las Vegas. We have relatively media jump into animation and also trying to create a Thanksgiving classic with Freebirds, which in a way it did kind of, but not the way I think they wanted it to. In the meme world, it's a classic, but we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at Rachel McAdams and also Domhnall Gleeson starring in About Time, which is one of those movies, kind of like with One Day, where it starts off promisingly and then kind of falls apart. Not to the points of One Day, but because One Day fell off a cliff real quickly. This one, not so much, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about Matthew McConaughey and Jared Leto in their Oscar-winning performances in Dallas Buyers Club from Gus Van Sant. And we also have the controversial Diana, starring Naomi Watts, starring as Princess Diana. It's the one Diana biopic that is not the best, that's not the better of the two that came out in the next 10 years. But we'll touch on that next time on the show here, so stay tuned for that next time. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and do me the honors of hitting that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification button. Also, don't forget to check out our playlist, and don't forget to check out the previous episode we did. With all that said, whether it's in the past, the present, or the future, I will see you at the movies. Take care.